Hello, music lovers and conversationalists. Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here today. Today is the continuation of my touring of my musical collection series, and it is episode 2. And with the recent anniversary of Janis Joplin's passing, which was October 4th, 1970, the 55th anniversary of her passing this year, I thought it would be appropriate to dedicate this episode of her, or to her, and share with you the albums that I have in my collection. Again, I'm only going to show studio albums and a couple of tracks from each album. So without any further delay, the first album that I picked was the famous Typewriter tape sessions with her and Jorma Kaukonen. And what a excellent recording or session I should say it for this one. And it's just chock full of great tunes on here, and it's one of a pivotal album for Janis. It's before she linked up and became the front woman for Big Brother and the Holding Company, and you can really hear the way that she started to develop her singing and her vocals to become a serious blues woman. And this album just shows you the dedication that she had towards the blues. And here's the back of the album. And the tracks that I picked off of this album are Daddy, 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 which I think might be, that's the closing track on the album, and Kansas City Blues. First with Daddy, Daddy, Daddy. This one is funny and a fiery performance all at the same time. I don't know how that happens, but Janis made it happen. Just the emotions and the passion that she has for the blues are really shown in this song, and it also has that signature grit that everybody knows and loves from her. The next song is more has a nice blend of warmth and humor, and it is Kansas City Blues. What I enjoy about Kansas City Blues is it really shows how dedicated Janis was to the blues, and this really cements her beginning as a, I guess, caretaker of the blues, if you want to call it that. And that's why I picked Kansas City Blues as my second one. Next up, we have, try to do some rearranging here without knocking anything over. We have the debut with Big Brother and the Holding Company. Just a stellar debut album, and again, a lot of great tracks on the album. One of the great albums to come out of 1967. Really cool artwork. I'll show you this without the sleeve, and it just has a lot of pop to it, and I think it's just a real trippy, as they would say back in the day, album cover. I don't know, do the kids still say trippy today? I'm not sure. Probably not. For the Big Brother and the Holding Company debut album, I picked Light is Faster Than Sound. I like the psychedelic deep cut on this one. It's, I guess you could say, it captures the rawness and experimental sound that was going through San Francisco at the time, and it's just got a great vibe to it. And Janis really, I think what she does here is amazing. She just really pushes herself and her vocals to the limits, and I don't think there really was a limit for Janis's vocals, but just a dynamite song on here. And next is Call on Me. I've been listening to this one more so than in the past, and it's just the way that it just draws you in. It's a soulful number, one of the more soulful numbers on the album, and it just, again, you can hear her vocals just soar to the stratosphere, if you will, and it's one that I really enjoy, and it's just a song that I think a lot of people probably would put in the top 10 of, or maybe in the top 15, but it's just an excellent track for the debut album. Next, of course, we can't show Janis Joplin without showing the famous Cheap Thrills record, and still one of my favorite album covers. It's just so much going on. It's almost, I don't know, it's just mesmerizing and hypnotizing and fascinating all at once, I guess. And this is just a solid album from beginning to end. And what I like about the let's see if I can get this out without dropping it. I don't know why, but I've been dropping things left and right today. I like the contrast that the album cover has on the front with the black and white of Janis on the back. Just a killer album cover all the way around. And you get the gatefold with the band. Whoops. And again, I'm sorry for any of the glares on here. For Cheap Thrills, I picked combination of the two. And I got my cheat sheet here, so I don't forget anything on what I want to say. The opening track, combination of the two, sorry about that, is just one that I think gets overlooked from the song "Piece of My Heart." It's such an amazing, has such an amazing energy in it, and it's one that I think is one of Janis's best when she was with Big Brother. It's just such a solid song from the beginning to the end. It's electric. It's vibrant. It's got so much going for it, and that's why I picked a combination of the two. For the second song, I think this is one, if I had to think about it, I don't know where I would put this one. I think it would definitely be in the top 10, maybe in the top 5, but it's Turtle Blues. This one is just another great display, and it showcases Janis's vocals and how they were meant for the blues. And it's just stripped down. It's Janis and a piano. And it has a perfect balance of her vocals and the piano player on it. And just a killer song, and one that I have listened to many times. And I always hear something different on it. And it's just a great tune to really listen to the way she presented the blues, and a fantastic song. And I think this would just have to be in my top 5 songs for Janis Joplin. Maybe that's what I'll do at some point, as a top 10 list of my favorite Janis Joplin songs. But onward to the next album. This is I guess what you can say is the solo career of Janis Joplin's, well, the beginning of Janis Joplin's solo career, and that's I got them old Cosmic Blues again, Mama, and I'll just stick to calling it Cosmic Blues for time reasons, but another display of Janis's vocals here, which really let you know that she's a tried and true blues musician with a hint of rock and roll in it. It shows that it's her first step into a larger world when singing the blues and perfecting her craft as a blues musician. For Cosmic Blues, I picked the song here I picked is Little Girl Blue. This is a heartwarming and I guess you could say tender recording of the Rodgers and Hart classic. It shows that she is she's showing her vulnerable side in this, little tongue-tied there, and she really just lets out her I guess you could say fragility, fragileness or fragility, if that's a word, and it just has that uniqueness, that genuine uniqueness to Janice's style, and it really adds another layer to her as a musician, and it's one that I think is an excellent song on her sonography, and one on this album as well. The second one is Work Me Lord, and this one, this is the, I guess you could say, the emotional finale, if you will, or emotional closing number on here, and it is just a great performance of hers, and I would have loved to have heard this one live. It's just one that really shows the spiritual side of Janis, and it's just a deeper song for Janis Joplin, and I would have actually liked to have seen her do a gospel album. I think that would have been pretty cool. So, Work Me Lord is the second song I picked off of Cosmic Blues. And last but not least, this is probably one of my favorite, or if not my favorite, Janis Joplin album. This is Pearl, released after her passing. Of course, this was released in 1971. This is not the Legacy edition that has the song Pearl, the title track, on there, and what an instrumental piece that is. It's my favorite track, or one of my favorite tracks off the album, but I left that off because I thought there were a couple of others that I thought needed attention and a little bit of spotlighting. And the first one from the album Pearl is Half Moon. This one is, I guess you could say, it's a happier side of Janis, and it's one that's full of life, great beat. It's one that you can definitely hear Janis finally finally finding her footing in the studio, and just everything is going perfectly in the recording studio. She's just on another level with her band, and it's just shows so much promise, and same with the whole album, and it's the reason why I picked the song Half Moon. And last but not least, we have A Woman Left Lonely. This one is definitely one that is a deep song that has a bit of a beautiful version of what the band produces, and I just really enjoy listening to this one. It's just, I don't know, it feels different than what Janis was had sung in the past, and it feels like she was exploring the different emotions and different ways that she could sing the blues and perfect her vocals, and it's just a really different style of hers, I think, and it has so much power behind it, and you just think that wow, she's really going to be something special in her solo career, but sadly it wasn't meant to be. But Pearl, I like the album cover on here. Again, you get her on the front, and the remaining members of the band on the back. I think it's rather fitting. This album also has another favorite of mine on here. It's not Me and Bobby McGee, which is a great track, but it is the one called Mercedes-Benz. I always kind of chuckle over that one because, as you know, Janis had a Porsche, which is equally as good. To me, it's a great car, just like the Mercedes, and everyone knows that. But it's kind of funny that she was singing about a Mercedes-Benz, but ended up having a Porsche. So I just thought it was kind of funny for some reason. But thank you so much for watching the video. I thought it would be appropriate to tip my cap and salute Janice for all the work she did and the way she just helped put the blues in the mainstream, and a voice that left us too soon and a soul that left us too soon. And hopefully her music will continue to live on. So thank you so much for watching and listening to my rambling. I hope you enjoyed part 2 of touring my record collection, and stay tuned for next week's episode. And what will it be? Well, you'll just have to wait and find out. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.